Hey, this is Aditya from Lighthaven. Today we're going to talk about medium range striking in Picator Shakali. So just before we begin, I just want to quickly establish what I mean by medium range. Um, Generally what we say is that long range is where you can hit your opponent's hand and he or she can hit your hand, but you cannot touch the body. Medium range is when you can touch the body with your weapon, but not with your hand. And close range would be where you can touch the body with your outstretched hand. There are other ways of looking at this. You can break them down further, or you can make it simpler. But just for the sake of this conversation, this is how I want to break down what I'm talking about when I mean medium range. For today, I'm going to use the first blade that Grant One actually gifted me. This was during my first trip to the Philippines to train with him. I'm going to use a blade today instead of a stick because it's easier to describe thrusting movements with a blade than it is with a stick, but all of these things can be done and should be first done with a stick, and only when you're comfortable with that then move on to a live blade. Generally when we talk about medium range strikes, slashes, we're talking about broken slashes. So your fluid slash is this, your broken slash is that. It's basically the same angles but without the follow through, right? So my angle 1 still remains the same, angle 2 still remains the same. I can even cut down from shoulder down to hip, pull it back. So I can still do my 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I still have all the same chambers. I'm just doing it without a follow through. So I'm doing this or this as opposed to with follow through. When I'm at long range, I can be using my fluid strikes because my opponent is further away from me and it gives me more time to recover the weapon and to again reorient it to my opponent. When I'm at medium range, I don't have as much time to take the blade all the way behind and then bring it back. My blade work needs to be, or my stick work needs to be a lot tighter. Now this gives us an opportunity to add another attack on the retraction of a blade or a weapon, and that will be your thrust. So you want to think of your broken attack as or your medium range attack as every slash is followed by a thrust and every thrust is followed by a slash. And what I mean by that is I'm slashing and I can thrust back to where I came from, or I'm slashing and I can thrust back to the opposite load, slash, thrust, 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 slash, thrust. Now depending on your skill, you can make these slashes and thrusts even tighter. You can begin with a thrust slash thrust slash thrust slash like this. You can do different levels. So I can go low thrust and slash, medium thrust and slash, high thrust and slash. For the sake of today though, we're just going to work on just the thrust and slash mechanics, right? So we're going to start from our shoulder load and we're going to do angle 1, except we're going to go from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And now instead of coming back to my shoulder or doing the follow through, I'm going to add a thrust in there and come back to my cross load. For my cross load, I'm going to my angle 2, so 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And similar, instead of coming back to my cross load or having a follow through, I'm going to thrust, add a thrust to the end, come back to my shoulder load. So slash, thrust, slash, thrust. As you get better with this, you'll want to tighten up the slashes and the thrust. And you no longer maybe even want to come back to your loading position. So I'm slashing and thrusting. And it's all tighter and smaller. That's my thrust to my slash. Thrust, slash. When you're learning a new movement, oftentimes it helps to make the movement bigger so that it can be clearer in your mind, and then tighten it up, which is why we're doing a big slash from all the way from that clavicle down to that hip, and a big thrust back to the shoulder, a big slash and a big thrust back. Now oftentimes when we think of thrust, we think of this, right? In PKT, we generally don't like to thrust straight like this because it extends the arm too far away from the body and makes it an easier target. We generally like these curving sort of thrusts. So that's how you should think about this thrust as well. You're thinking of it, you're thinking of it almost as you're plucking something out, or you're making an arch with the thrust back. Slash, an arc with the thrust back. Slash, thrust. Slash, thrust. Guys, as usual, thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like, subscribe and share. It does help out the school a lot. Also, you can check us out on Instagram and Facebook. The links are going to be down below.